Hello guys, we'll start the checkpoint to Fortigate migration using the Forti converter. So here I'll show the process only because I don't have licensed version of Forti converter. So I'll just show the process if you have the license, so you can follow the same process, and at last you can export the configuration from this tool. So let's move to the checkpoint configuration. Here if you can see, I have one gateway. It's a standalone where management and the gateway are both installed in the same device, and this is the one which has a IP address of 192.168.1.202, and we're running on version R80.10. Okay, so I have few policies also. If you see here, these are the dummy policies which are configured only for this migration, and I have some natting three natting rules as well, and few objects which are configured here. And if you go to the GUI, I'll just show you the interfaces and the users we have configured here, which okay. So if you see external interface, internal interface, to both interfaces are there, and I have a host name, and these are the dummy DNS, and few static routes which are again these are dummy static routes. I have just configured to migrate this configuration into the Fortigate firewall. So I have one user as well. Let me show you. Yeah, this is the one user I have created and for testing purpose. Okay, so this is the checkpoint firewall where we have all the configuration like policy, natting, routing, username, and all other things. Then you have to go to Google and just check for checkpoint to migration tool. You will get a first link, which is a Fortinet website, its own process where you can come here, and you'll land in this page where you can go through this page, or just focus to migration, how we can take the files and to convert into the FortiGate. Then just click on save the checkpoint source configuration from provider one. It depends on what kind of device you have. If you have a provider one, go to here. It's a smart center, then visit here. If it's a VSX, then go here. So in my case, it is a smart center. So I came here, and you can see it has stated what kind of firewall checkpoint files is required for migration. And these are the migration files where you can download. So here it is given all the path, this path, location, and the file name. So you can follow this process, and uh, we can download these files and upload into converter to convert from checkpoint to FortiGate. So let's begin to download these files from the checkpoint firewall. So how you can download these files from the checkpoint firewall? Yeah, you can use WinSCP to download the mentioned files in this website. So all you require all these files like object 50.c, rule base 50.fws, fwauth, identity roles, and netstat, ifconfig, and show configuration bootp. These files you require, you need to download from the checkpoint. Okay. So these things you can log it into CLI, and you can take a command output in a putty, but these are the checkpoint Linux files where you have to log in into the checkpoint using the WinSCP and download these files. So let's begin for that. This is my WinSCP tool. I am entering the checkpoint IP address 192.168.1.202 is my checkpoint firewall where I can log in. Admin 123 is my dummy password. Okay, so you will get this kind of request, and you have to authorize the system. But you will get this error. It's a bash recommended error. So what is mean by this? Whatever the admin user has, it don't has and have access to connect to the bash shell. So for this, you have a command to enter into the checkpoint firewall, and you can easily access the WinSCP of firewall. For that, you have to go to expert mode, and the command is csh/bin/bash space and the username uh, -s. Yeah, the shell is changed to /bin and /bash. Now go to WinSCP and try once again. Okay, now you can see the two parts of the WinSCP. The right hand side, this is my checkpoint firewall, and this is my desktop where I can download the files into my folder. Okay, this is my desktop where I have all the files here. I have created one special folder here, cp to ft, means checkpoint to firewall files. Whatever files I download from the checkpoint I'll keep here. So let's go to the part as mentioned in the website. So this site is totally a checkpoint. Let's go to the path. The path mentioned is here is $fwdir/config. Here the $fwdir is a squeezed command where you have to follow the path like opt. As per your version, it is cp suit r80 fw1, sorry, fw1 and config. So this is the config file. So you have to have entered in the config file. Now this is the path where we have reached here. Now you have to search for object 5 underscore 5 underscore 0 dot c. Let's see for the file. Okay, so you came into these object files. Now this is the file which we are searching for. It's objects underscore 5 underscore 0 dot c. So just drag and drop this side, so it will copy this file from checkpoint to my local machine. Okay, this has been done. Now we'll search for the next file, which is a rule base underscore 5 underscore 0 dot fws. Okay, I'll click on R. Now I've entered the R files where you can see the rule base underscore 5 underscore 0 dot fws. Just as the same process, just drag and drop to the left side where my PC folder is selected. So the file is copied from checkpoint to local machine. And the third file, which is fwauth.ndb. Click here, click on F. We'll go to the F and search for the fwauth.ndb. So here it is, and just drag and drop again. And the next one is the identity role underscore roles and dot c, and come here, click here and click on I. So you'll go to the I path, and here the file is identity underscore role dot c. Just drag and drop all the files which was recommended by this website we have downloaded. Now we need the output of these from the checkpoint firewall. So let's log in into the checkpoint firewall. Okay, so I came into the Klish mode now. Sorry, in export mode. Now I have to download all this configuration from this. Okay, what I can do, I'll just capture the output. Okay, so if config -a netstat -rn and the last command show configuration, so it will not run here. You have to go to Klish, show configuration boot p. So here no configuration is there, then exit and exit. So all the files which are required are mentioned in the website all the output we have here. So let's go to the converter tool and click on my conversion, click on new. So now we are converting from checkpoint to Fortigate. So here again the CP to Fortigate, and my kind of firewall, the checkpoint firewall, is Smart Center. Click on here and click on OK. Once you click there, so you'll get this page where you can see the name which I have mentioned, the vendors from checkpoint and the model. And I have a FortiGate firewall which is running on 7.2 version, and whatever we have downloaded, all the versions, all the files that is required to upload here. So as you know guys, we'll click on R70, 10 or later, or if we have any version which are files before R7 80.10, then you can click here and these files are required again here. But we are on R80 or later, then we'll upload all the files which I've downloaded. So sorry, I have to object C and CSV format. CSV format we have not downloaded. We'll download that, and you can click this, uh, which is a rule base. Sorry, rule base FW auth identity rules VLAN ID if config, that is there here in this file, and show boot is also there in this file, but and the target version or model if you are added, then you can see here and you can select according to that. So I'm sending a dummy one because I don't have a licensing for this tool. And after that, conversion options, so you have the so many options according to your configuration. You can choose and you can enable or disable. It's totally depends on you. You have to read all these options and take a decision according to that. Okay, so I'm keeping whatever the default is there, and I'm clicking on next. Here in this case you can see how many interfaces are there in my checkpoint firewall. If you click on here, you can see there are two interfaces in checkpoint, and those IPs and the status is here. And addresses, how many addresses are there? These are my dummy addresses which I have created in a checkpoint. Okay, and how many address groups are there? Okay, and these are the services, service groups, times, rules. These are the rules what I have created in a checkpoint. Okay, all these are there. Now here you have to select the VDOM. VDOM. This VDOM will be created in the firewall, and all the configuration whatever see you are seeing here, that will be pushed into this VDOM in a Fortigate firewall. Then click on next. Then you can see the configuration of policies like standard and the global one, but we have standard rule policies set in the firewall. So these are the rules that we have configured or we have in a checkpoint firewall. Then we have to tick the standard one and click on next. These are the interfaces which is mapping into the FortiGate interfaces. These are the checkpoint interfaces, and this is the FortiGate interfaces like this you can see, and click on next. This will process and it will connect to your target FortiGate device, and it will push all the configuration whatever you have seen here. And if you are not pushing directly, it will generate a file where here the option where you can download that file and import this file into the Fortigate. But this is my trial mode, so we don't have any option to download this configuration file. So just you have to click here, the file will get download, and you have to log in into Fortigate firewall. I'll just show you. If you have a Fortigate firewall, okay. If you have a Fortigate firewall, just come to admin, configuration, restore. whatever the file is downloaded from the converter from here, you can upload it here and click on OK. Whatever the file you have uploaded, the configuration will apply to this firewall, and you can see the checkpoint configuration in this firewall. So this is how we can do the migration from checkpoint to Fortigate. And due to the only licensing, we can't do the practical fully. And I hope you understand the process and it will help you guys to do the migrations. Thank you, and do subscribe and like the video. Thank you.